Hi, it's Derrick McKenzie with Drumtrainer Online, and now I'm going to speak about my just what I think funk is from my point of view. Like I said, funk for me is about holding the groove because I was brought up on funk, disco funk, and I've always loved that style of music. It's always been my passion. Through listening to Harvey Mason, Billy Cobham, Clear, Patrice Rushen, Donald Byrd, all these kind of guys, and women, of course, and just being able to make people dance. I've always had that in my mind. I need to make people dance. So my approach to funk is just to have that driving force. Even when I was younger, back in the early days, I was in a P-Funk band called The Drive, and the kind of stuff that we played, with also approach to my hi-hats, being in this band also helped develop my style of playing as well. So when I was in that band, the P-Funk band, I would do beats which were just like this, just straight plain, no snare, just kick and a hat, and the band would play their funk, just like funkadelic and stuff like that. So. Now, hearing it on its own, it doesn't sound like much. You put a rhythm guitar, bass line, and some funky keyboards behind it, and you've got a proper P-Funk beat, which is what I learned to develop earlier on in my career. Now, my approach to that is very simple. It's just, all I'm thinking about is just the groove, and I'm singing the bass line in my head. So I'm listening to the vocal, what the vocalist is singing, and I'm just using the shoulder, and the tip of the stick, just to get that dynamic on the hat. A lot of people might say that's not the way to do it, or whatever, but everybody's different. I mean, I see a lot of players play this way anyway. So, but it's about, for me, it's about keeping that beat going all the time. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually quite a simple groove. I could play it straight. But it doesn't sound right because there's no dynamics. You need to get that feeling into it, and it's about the feel. It's really about the feel. So it is. Is about that feel, and I'm singing the vocal line in my mind all the time. That's my approach to the P-Funk, and using my hi-hats within a funk groove. And this, to me, this is what funk is about for me personally. And when I decide to bring the snare drum in, it's thinking about the groove, and just and just laying it down, you know. So doing stuff like that, and then playing that way, but then also what you can do is actually create a space. So you don't need to keep the snare going all the time. So even if I wanted to, I could actually keep the snare going all the time, sorry. But what I can do is leave a space for the hi-hat. So I can literally leave a couple of beats out. So I would play. And it creates, it changes up the groove. Something as simple as that can change up the groove and create dynamics within the track. You know, I've done it with Jamiroquai on a slower track, where I've used that style of beat. Just doing little things like that helps to create a really good, dynamic within the track and change up the groove as well. So it's not always about chops or being busy. Simplicity is sometimes the best policy in a band situation, because you need to play with the unit, with the band, which I'll explain a bit later.